Hi, you guys. It's Tall Paul here. Welcome back. Today, I wanted to talk about my blood work ever since I've been on keto. In 2016 of March, I had my blood work done, and my doctor, because every year I would ask, how's my blood sugar? Because I have diabetes on every side of my family and every branch, and it's just a huge concern of mine. And he says, I know you ask, you're concerned about this, and anyway, March of 2016, my A1C had come in at 6.4. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So 6.5 is considered diabetes, and below that is pre-diabetes. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to be diabetic, and I'm going to stick to a diet. My cousin and my brother had been on the keto diet, and I had heard about it can control the blood sugar. And I went to dietdoctor.com/diabetes to learn all about it. And it just totally makes sense. And I'll put a link in the description below to the Diet Doctor. So it's dietdoctor.com/diabetes. And that really changed everything. And so from day one, my purpose for being on keto was not to lose weight, although I had plenty of weight to lose. It was to control the blood sugar. So in March of 2016, my blood sugar was 6.4. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the test results to actually show you that, but that's exactly what it was. So 3 months later, I went in. So in June of 2016, I had my A1C done, and it came in at 4.7. So it went down from a 6.4 to a 4.7. And my doctor's like, oh my gosh, what did you do? And I said, well, I followed the keto diet. Go to dietdoctor.com/diabetes. And he doesn't know about that website or hadn't known about it at the time. He says, well, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And again, I don't have the results from, it was March of 2016, but my triglycerides were normal at 99, and my HD cholesterol was still low at the time. So it was 33. Now, this is the cholesterol they say is the good cholesterol. They want you to get it higher. The higher the number, the better. And in my family, this number's impossible to move. Like, it's very difficult. Now, again, I'm not a doctor, so I can't really say. But anyway, I was just tickled to death that, my triglycerides were normal and my HD cholesterol was low. So I needed to get this up. And typically they say, well, you need to exercise, and exercise will get that number up. Well, I'm not one to exercise, so it is what it is. But this was June of 2016. My blood sugar had gone, the A1C had gone to 4.7. Now, let me explain again about the A1C. The A1C is a test you cannot cheat on. The A1C is a 3-month test, so it can measure the glucose levels over 3 months. So if you cheat one day, it's not going to affect the results. But if you are consistently eating bad and eating too much sugar, your A1C is going to be higher, higher, higher. So that was June of 2016. All right. Then in March of 2017, so this is 1 year after I got the 6.4 result, I'm still down to 4.9%, and I'm in the normal range. Okay. So that is excellent for the A1C. And then my cholesterol, my triglycerides are down to 74. I'm still in the normal range, but in 2016, the triglyceride was 99. All right, so it's gone down. And in 2016, my HDL was 33. Okay, now let's look at it in 2017. It went all the way up to 47, no exercising. It's like a miracle. No one in my family has that number, I don't think. Okay, so this is a wonderful testimony to how keto works. People say, well, if you're eating all that meat and you're eating pork rinds, go look at my pork rind video. Your triglycerides must be horrible. Your cholesterol must be horrible. No, it's normal, normal, normal. So my A1C is normal. My triglycerides are normal. My HD cholesterol is normal. My total cholesterol is normal. All right. Now that's 2017. Now we'll go to 2018. For some reason, well, I know the reason, he didn't do the cholesterol in 2018 because my cholesterol was so good, you don't need another cholesterol test. So my A1C is still in the normal range at 5.1. And remember, my all-time high was 6.4. Scary, 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 because 6.5 is diabetic. And I absolutely could not and did not want that for me, because in my family, we've had such tragedies happen. My grandfather, 10 years before he died, he had his leg amputated. And then 6 weeks before he died, he had the second leg amputated, and he was on dialysis. On my mother's side, my aunt was on dialysis for years and years. And it's just not something that if I can prolong it, that's what I want to do. So these numbers are so exciting for me. And it's all through keto. And I'm not lying. This is how I did it. No exercise. All right, now we'll go to 2019. All right, so it's, what is that, August of 2019. My glucose is still in the normal range at 5.4%. My triglycerides are down to 64. I'm in the normal range. My good cholesterol is at 43, but it's still in the normal range. It's down a little bit from when it was. But, I mean, this is a couple years now, because I started in 2016. This is 3 years later, and I'm still maintaining it. And literally after the first year, so in 2017, in March, the doctor says, congratulations, you have cured your metabolic issues. Doctors don't say that. Doctors never admit it. But it was through keto, and my blood work proves that it is not damaging my cholesterol. It has improved my cholesterol. It has improved my triglycerides. You can't get a better reading. All right, so that's 2019. And I just had it done again in June. So June 13th and June 12th. Took time to process one of them, I guess. But the same blood work. It was, the A1C is 5.5%. Again, normal range for the blood. And for my triglycerides, it's still at 66 in the normal range. And the HD cholesterol is 48. That's the best of all of them. And I'm telling you guys, I've been sitting at home in COVID times in the chair making videos all day. I have another channel. I'm not sure if I'm going to link it or not, but I do have another channel that I record every single day. It has nothing to do with keto. And I've been sitting in the chair, and my HDL, which is the good cholesterol, is up to 48. And you know what I did do differently? So since COVID, I'm like, I need to break from keto. Now, I still follow keto primarily, but I added apples and grapefruit into my diet. I just felt like needed a little pick-me-up. Well, be careful what you do. Please be careful, because I added the apple, and then all of a sudden, because I have a friend that I bring food to at his house, because he doesn't get out of the house because of COVID, and I would eat the dinner with him. I started to stop at Jack in the Box. And I'd get the tacos. So anything with corn, oh Lord, don't even go there. It's so bad. But it didn't affect my blood sugar. I mean, this test would have shown, the Jack in the Box on there. It would have shown the apples on there and the grapefruits on there. But I started, I added a little cheat here, a little cheat there. And then, so I'd start with the Jack in the Box taco, and then, which is not keto. Do not eat those, you guys. And then on the way, so I'd drop the food off, I'd eat it with him, and I'd go back home. And I'm like, maybe I need a little McDonald's cone. And I'd get a cone. And then I'm like, oh, the next day I'd be like, well, there's a Dairy Queen. I wonder if they're better. And then there's another little store. They all have the frosty cones. So I tried 3 different stores. You guys, don't do it. It's a trap. Stick to keto. And that's why I started this channel, is to review the keto snacks. When you just need a little sweet something or a salt something, a crunchy something, that instead of cheating on sugar, skip the sugar, because it's what got us in trouble in the first place. What we're going to do now is stick to keto snacks. So I told you just before this video, I did the review of the Max pork rinds. This is the salt and pepper. And I went and I got my blood work because I told you I would. And so that little snack, I ate it. I have no temptation now to eat sugar. Completely satisfied. I didn't finish the bag. And so keto is a fun and a great way to do it. And I just wanted to show you my blood work. Now, as far as weight goes, I started at a certain weight and I lost, let's see, 30, I think I lost 80 pounds, 80 or 85 pounds. And I was great. And then you kind of plateau. And as I said, back in the good days, like when I was really compliant, I would eat a bag of the pork rinds and all of a sudden I'd lose weight again. All right. But over time, because I've been on this a long time, I'm not an angel, a perfect angel. I do cheat once in a while, but I've learned that it's okay to do it once in a while. And I would start to gain weight. And I'm at the point now, because I've decided, that's why I'm back on keto, is now it's no longer about, well, it's still about blood sugar. It will always be about blood sugar. But now it's also about weight again. And so if I can stick to, a keto diet, then I honestly know and believe that my weight will go down again. So I would say I have probably 50 pounds to lose, maybe 60, but 50 is great. I'm not going to complain about 50. And anyway, so we'll see how it goes. But the blood, honestly, this is my primary reason for being on keto, and it really is working out for me, and hopefully it'll work out for you. But go to your doctor, get your A1. I'm not telling you to be on keto. I'm just showing you what has worked for me. So please go to your doctor, get your A1C checked, get your cholesterol checked. And then I had a 3-month follow-up because I was so close to the diabetic number of 6.5 A1C. And so within 3 months, I went from, let's go back to that, I went from a 6.4 all the way down to a 4.7. The doctor couldn't believe it. He says, whatever you're doing, you keep doing it. And that was keto. And that was at dietdoctor.com/diabetes. That's where I learned all about it. I'm not diabetic, thank you, Lord, but that's my story. Okay, so I hope this helped. I'll plan to do more reviews, and if you would like, you go to my wishlist.ketosnackguy.com, and there I have all kinds of keto snacks I'd like to try and review for you to see what I think of them. And if you are a keto product company, go ahead and contact me at tallpaul@ketosnackguy.com, and we can arrange to have you send me a package or a care kit of all your different products, and I'd love to review them fairly here and share them with my audience. And I'm new, it's only my third or fourth, maybe third. And, I do plan to keep growing. And so on that note, you guys, if you haven't done already, subscribe, okay? And then go click on the little bell. All right, good. Now go and click share. And I want you to share this on Facebook and on Twitter and everywhere else so we can get the word out how the blood work, my blood work results, how it worked out for me being on keto, from being pre-diabetic to not diabetic at all, and great cholesterol, especially that good cholesterol. It's quite a story. I'm very proud of it. It's not like I don't want to take credit, but I'm the one that chose to eat the keto foods, and I am the one that, I could do better. I could work out and I could do all that kind of stuff. But honestly, for me, I'm just going to take the results where they are and continue to do good work and go from there. All right, you guys, I love you. We'll see you next time. Until then, be good now and go get some keto snacks.